Dear Susan, before you were such a junkie that the only time that you could stop talking was when you had a belt wrapped between your teeth. I met you sober, when you moved from Jersey to Berkeley to put a stake through your habits. I was a small town boy who worked at the McDonald's drive-thru, wrote poems no one would read, and dreamed of a life bigger and better than downing bottles and bags at strip malls. And you were a big city Sestina of sass, the first stripper I ever met in my community college writing class where no one had the weight behind their words, but you were an escape story, trying to type away the rough-knuckled breaks in your subtitles. Your non-fiction about call girls vanishing in chop shops, low-rent hitmen and fucking on a bed of cash in a peep show wasteland of meth labs and methadone clinics. And I'd sit at your stilettos and listen to your gutter glamour sparkle like crystals on a makeup mirror. But you thought daddy buying you school would keep you out of the corners. But you only called everyone else square because your life went in circles. You celebrated your first month of sobriety with a glass of red wine. 2 weeks later, your nose would only lift for the perfume of strychnine. Until that sweaty summer night when you said, "This is better than sex." You only had one syringe left, and you made me go first. My belt was broken, so you tied me up with the bra strap, tapped the metronome Morse code of my pulse, and sank in surgical steel until my blood curdled pink in the plunger like melted Valentine's Day candy. You say this is what it's like to fuck God.
What?
You take the Lord's name in vain. Pupils blown out to black holes, novels exploding like shattered neon on my head. I gouged trenches in my face and hunted for phantom spiders and spent 2 days answering the phone to dial tone. I didn't call you for a month after that. That was before you were such a junkie that your tracks were blooming 6 shades like a decomposing watercolor paint set. I wasn't there the night you tried to quit meth by switching to black tar heroin and you OD'd and dropped sucking air to the cigarette torch carpet, and paramedics had to break your rib cage, pounding an adrenaline shot into that muscle I tried to win over for 8 months. But your pulse went straight as a line cut with a razor, and didn't need a doctor to tell you your heart just isn't in this anymore. Because it did what you couldn't, what I had to. It stopped. Dear Susan, I never got to thank you for proving that poison doesn't play favorites. It'll take out the best of us, even if a girl's so alive riding down a pole you swear she could bite a bullet and make it moan. Thank you for saving me from myself. I just wish you didn't have to do it in one shot. Thanks. I'm not done, goddammit! Shit!
Well, you said thank you. I mean, like...
I gotta throw some fucking dick jokes on here before I go. Goddammit. Can't just leave it at junkie and all that shit. Heroin, meth is bad, alright? That's all you need to know from that. Where are all the beautiful people at? If you're beautiful, make some noise. Suck dicks in hell. Where my ugly folk at? Ugly folk! Yes! My mama told me, if you make an ugly face for too long, it'll stick and stay that way forever. Really? That is awesome! So every night, for 3 months, I'd freeze my face into a demonic snarl and run to my mirror every morning hoping for my new face. I wanted red eyes, green skin, horns and scales, but all I got was freckles like solar sunspots, a nose so sharp I could slit my wrist with a sniff, and a fro that looked like Ronald McDonald or Alf got scalped. An official, ugly redhead stepchild, I learned an important lesson. Mommy is a liar! See, I wanted to be a gargoyle, but instead I grew up with the skin of a pizza poor boy. From middle school on up, my social skills were crippled by plugged oil ducts. The only girlfriends I had in high school were blood and pus. Crusted with cysts that swelled like an untapped keg, I'd poke, prod, and puncture with safety pins and sewing needles to abort pores gone preg. Ready to birth, blow, and burst out, splattery white like an exploding cow. And if you've never seen pus shoot 3 feet out your face, open your mouth and I'll show you how. I didn't take yearbook pictures. I didn't. And every self-portrait was erased. It's hard to believe you're going to be a star when you got a constellation on your face. I wanted to refund my own reflection, like Nosferatu. But when you're ugly and you know it, every mirror is God's middle finger aimed directly at you. I've lived a decade with my body ravaged by acne vulgaris. So I've learned to live life ugly. Grin and bear it. Take my Halloween mask and wear it. Because the beautiful breeders will tell you that the ugly duckling turned into a swan. But I was having drinks with them the other day. Told you to suck a duck and you got that shit backwards, like smoking crack out of a bong, because the beast should have never turned back into a prince. Roar. What the fuck for? He's got a snout, some sexy ass fangs. He's got to change back for some superficial chick that's like making love to a mermaid and complaining that she smells like fish. So this is a warning shot from the black sheep. I'm cutting off eyelids and no one can again get their beauty sleep. This is a cleft lip on the face of every prom queen. This is for those who walk into any room refusing to believe that anyone is out of their league. This ain't for the flowers. This is for the weeds. We're born as God's private joke, cursed and blameless. But we're going to redefine beauty once we're famous. So grin if you're a gargoyle. Holla if you heinous. I think maybe go into my grave grotesque. But I'm going to live every day shameless.